Hello children. So how are you all? The half yearly examinations are very close by and I'm sure that you people must have started the preparation of your examination. So come, let us go through the last part of chapter 3 for class 9. This is my lecture 3, class 9, chapter 3. Okay, so in this lecture we'll study about molecular mass and its calculation, gram atomic and gram molecular mass, and the mole concept. So mole concept, as you know, all the three topics are very important, and out of this mole concept is very important. Okay, not only in this class, you'll study about all these three topics in class 11th again, and all the competitive examinations that you can appear for with the science stream. Come, let us study about molecular mass. So molecular mass is just a number which shows how many times a particular molecule is heavier than 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. Okay, it shows how many times a particular molecule is heavy than 1/12 of an atom of carbon 12. And the unit for molecular mass, as you know, is unified mass, or AMU, or atomic mass unit. Now come, with the help of certain examples, let me explain you the concept of molecular mass. The abbreviation that I am using is MM, that is capital MM. So come, let us calculate the molecular mass of carbon dioxide. You can see carbon dioxide molecule is made up of one atom of carbon and two atoms of oxygen. So molecular mass can be written as 1 into C, because one atom of carbon is there, plus 2 atoms of oxygen. And by putting the values of atomic masses of these elements, we can get the molecular mass of carbon dioxide as 44 U. Okay. Similarly, if we calculate the molecular mass of glucose having the formula C6H12O6, you can see I have written 6 into C plus 12 into H plus 6 into O. Now in the second step I have put the values of atomic mass of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and when it has been added, the atomic mass of the molecular mass of glucose comes out to be 180 U. Okay. Similarly, moving on to a little complex molecule like aluminium sulfate. So aluminium sulfate is made up of 2 aluminium atoms and they have 3 sulfate radicals. Okay. So when you are calculating the molecular mass, you will write 2 into Al plus 3 into S. Okay, because as you can see, SO4 is whole thrice. So 3 into S plus 3 into 4, that means 3 4s are 12 into O. Now after I put the atomic masses of aluminium, sulfur and oxygen, and when all of this is calculated, the molecular mass of aluminium sulfate comes out to be 342 U. Okay. So this is how we can calculate the molecular masses of various compounds, as you can see. Let us move on to the last and the most complex compound, that is copper sulfate .5H2O, or copper sulfate pentahydrate. As I had told you all in my second lecture, that .5H2O is not multiplication, but instead it shows that with copper sulfate, one molecule of copper sulfate, there are 5 molecules of water attached. So instead of multiplying, you have to add the molecular mass of 5 molecules of water separately to the mass of copper sulfate. So this is what I have done. As you can see, copper atom is 1 in number, so 1 into Cu. Sulfur atom is again 1 in number, so 1 into S. Oxygen atom in copper sulfate is 4 in number, so 4 into O. Now let us add the mass of water separately. So 5 into 2, that means 5 2s are 10. Hydrogen atoms are there, so I have added 10 into H. 5 into 1. Since nothing is written over here, you can understand it must have been 1. Because you have studied in writing of chemical formula, that when nothing is written, it is known that it is 1 there. So 5 into O, 5 oxygen atoms are there. Now by putting the value, we can get the molecular mass of copper sulfate .5H2 as 219.5 U. So this is how we can find out the molecular mass of various compounds. Okay. Now coming to the two new terms, gram atomic mass and gram molecular mass. Now as you know, the gram atomic mass, the atomic mass has the unit as AMU or U, that is unified mass. Similarly, molecular mass, as you can see, has the unit as U or AMU. Now when the same atomic mass and the molecular mass, when they are written with gram as the unit, the term used is gram atomic mass. So I'll just read out the definition. Atomic mass or molecular mass when expressed in grams is called gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. So whenever we are talking about mole concept, mole measures the mass of a substance. So whenever we are talking about mass of a substance, we cannot work with the unit of U or AMU. So the unified mass or AMU has to be converted into gram, or we can say molecular mass or the atomic mass has to be converted into gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. This can be done directly or straight away by replacing U by G. Okay, so when we express an atomic mass in terms of grams, when gram is the unit, we say it becomes gram atomic mass. Now there is one more term which is known as gram atom, okay, or gram molecule of an element or gram atom of an element. What does it mean? Gram atom or gram molecule is number of grams. First let us study about gram atom. Gram atom is the number of grams of an element that is having the same weight as the relative atomic mass. Okay. So once again I repeat, gram atom is the number of grams of an element that is having the same mass or the weight as the relative atomic mass. So for example, if I talk about carbon, so atomic mass of carbon is 12U. You already know it. Gram atomic mass of carbon has become 12 gram because the unit in which the mass has been expressed is gram. And now 1 gram atom of carbon is equal to 12 gram. That means 1 gram of atom of carbon has the same magnitude or the same mass as is present in the relative atomic mass. Can you see? The magnitude is same as present in the relative atomic mass. Only difference is that of the unit. So 1 gram atom will weigh 12 grams. 2 gram atom will weigh 12 into 2, that is 24 gram. 3 gram atom will weigh 12 into 3, that is 36 grams. Similarly, what is gram molecule? Gram molecule is the mass of a compound whose mass in grams is same as its molecular mass or the relative molecular mass. So come, let us take an example of a compound. Suppose I work with NaCl, sodium chloride. As you know, it is an ionic compound. So come, let us study about it. So atomic mass of NaCl, molecular mass of NaCl is, as you can see, 1 into Na plus 1 into Cl. I have put the values. It comes out to be 58.5 U. When this 58.5 U is written as 58.5 G, it becomes gram molecular mass. Okay, the term used is gram molecular mass. Now, when we say 1 gram molecule of NaCl, remember 1 gram molecule of NaCl will have the same mass as will have the same magnitude as the relative molecular mass. Okay, and whenever we are working with the mole concept, we cannot work with the molecular mass or the relative molecular mass. Instead, we have to work with the gram atomic or gram molecular mass. Now come, let us move on to the next, last and a very important concept of the chapter, that is the mole concept. Here we are with the topic which is very, very interesting, and it has a large variety of numericals. We can there are vast variety of numericals of mole concept. So come, let us study about it. So mole concept, what is a mole? How do we define mole? So you know it very well that the atoms are very small in size. So we cannot count the moles. We cannot count the atoms, not the mole. We cannot count the atom. So mole is something just like a dozen of egg. You know that a dozen of egg contains 12 eggs. Or if I say a dozen of banana contains 12 bananas. So just like that, mole is a collection. Mole is a collection of particles. Okay. So but counting the number of particles is not possible. So how do we define mole then? Now first let us do the definition, then I'll make you understand it. Mole may be defined as the amount of substance which has 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 particles. These particles can be atoms, they can be ions, they can be molecules. And this value 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23 it is a constant value, and this number is known as Avogadro's number, which is symbolized by a capital N small a, Na. Okay. So as I was saying, it is not possible to count the number of species or the particles or the atoms or the molecules every time. So how do we find out what is the number of moles given in a particular mass of a substance? So what is done, you can see it has been found by experiments and by calculations. It has been found that mass of 1 mole of a substance is just equal to its relative mass. Okay, you have to understand that mass of 1 mole of any substance is just equal to its relative mass, which is expressed in grams. Or I can say mass of 1 mole of a substance is equal to its gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. Is that clear? So we can write, thus molar mass is equal to, molar mass means mass of 1 mole of substance. Molar mass is equal to gram atomic mass or gram molecular mass. Okay. Now there are 2 important formulas which are required to solve the various numericals of the mole concept. Formula number 1 is to find out the number of moles from the weight of the substance. Suppose number of moles N is equal to given, it is is equal to given mass of the substance divided by the molar mass of the substance. Okay, so given mass of the substance means, suppose in the question there is say 100 grams of sodium chloride is there. So that will, the given mass is equal to 100 grams. And the molar mass of sodium chloride we had just taken out, it is 58.5. So if we have to find out the number of moles, we will write 100 divided by 58.5, and this will give you exactly the number of moles which is present in the 100 grams of sodium chloride. The second formula is finding out the number of moles from the number of particles. It is relating the number of moles with the number of particles. So number of moles is equal to the given number of particles divided by the Avogadro's number. And you already know Avogadro's number is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power of 23. But for the calculation sake, because it will be very difficult to work out with such a long number, so we take 6.0 into 10 to the power of 23 as the value of Avogadro's number. And let me introduce you to a new term which is known as molar volume. So as the term says, molar volume is the volume occupied by 1 mole of any gas at STP. STP means standard temperature and pressure. So the standard temperature is 0 degrees Celsius, pressure is 1 atmosphere. So molar volume is the volume occupied by 1 mole of any gas at STP, and this value is fixed just like Avogadro's number, it is 22.4 liter. Now come, let us study few examples of mole concept. For example, let us take this question, calculate the number of moles and the number of molecules present in 200 gram of water. Mass of the water is given, so given mass is already there. Given mass is symbolized by small m. And the mass of hydrogen atom and the oxygen atom is given in the question. So now you can find out the number of moles. You should always write down the formula first, because working also carries marks. For example, suppose you go wrong, you don't get the answer, but if you have done written the formula, you will get step marking at least. So number of moles is equal to given mass small m divided by the molar mass, which is capital M. So given mass is 200 grams, molar mass is, you calculate it and we'll find out it is 18 grams. So N, number of moles, is equal to 200 divided by 18, and you work it out, you'll find out that it is 11.1 moles. Okay. So now the question says find out the number of molecules. So using the second formula, number of molecules is equal to number of molecules of H2O, we want to know over here, divided by the Avogadro's number. So number of molecules of H2O is not known, we have to find it out. But the value of N is already known from the first part of the question. So I am putting that value. You can see N is equal to 200 by 18. This is equal to number of molecules which is unknown, which has to be calculated, divided by the Avogadro's number. Now by solving this expression we can find out number of molecules is equal to 66.6 into 10 to the power of 23. This is my second answer of the question number 1. Now moving on to the some more questions. Come, let us see. Calculate the mass of one molecule of carbon dioxide. So how do we calculate the mass of one molecule of carbon dioxide when the atomic mass of carbon and the atomic mass of oxygen is given in the question? You can see first we'll calculate the molar mass of carbon dioxide. Molar mass of carbon dioxide is 1 into C plus 2 into O, and it comes out to be 44 grams. Okay, we should not write 44U. If you are writing 44U, it becomes wrong over here. So it has to be 44 grams. Now as you already know that molar mass contains Avogadro number of molecules. Okay, 1 mole of any substance contains Avogadro number of molecules. So 44 grams will contain 6.0 into 10 to the power of 23 molecules. Sorry. So by the help of unitary method I have solved it out. You can see these many molecules weigh this much. So one molecule will weigh 44 divided by 6 into 10 to the power of 23, and it comes out to be 7.3 into 10 to the power of minus 23 grams. So mass of one molecule of carbon dioxide is 7.3 into 10 to the power of minus 23 gram. Now the third variety of problem that often comes in the examination is calculate the number of ions present in 5.85 gram of sodium chloride. So how do we relate the number of ions? As you know, if you can relate the number of molecules, you can also relate the number of ions, because each sodium chloride molecule is made up of 1 Na plus and 1 Cl minus. That means 2 ions. Okay. So come, let us see again. The given mass is 5.85 gram. You know it very well. Molar mass we have calculated. It is 58.5. How did we calculate? This is the mass of Na. This is the mass of Cl. I have added both of them. Now we find out the number of moles present in 5.85 gram. So number of moles is equal to given mass by the molar mass. So 5.85 divided by 58.5, which comes out to be 0.1. So how many moles are there? There are 0.1 moles. Now you have got this value as 0.1. Number of molecules we have to find out. Avogadro's number is already known. It has a constant value. You know it very well. So by putting the two known values, the third unknown value can be calculated. So I have put the value. You can see 0.1 is equal to number of molecules divided by Avogadro's number. So number of molecules is equal to 0.1 into 6.0 into 10 to the power of 23, and this comes out to be number of molecules of NaCl in 5.85 gram of NaCl is 6 into 10 to the power of 22 molecules are there. One molecule is made up of 2 ions. So these many molecules will be made up of 2 into 6.0 into 10 to the power of 22. That means 12 into 10 to the power of 22 ions. So these are the 3 types of problems that you will come across in the at your level, at your class level, that is level of class 9. Yet there are a variety of problems which we will be discussing as we proceed ahead in the class, children. And I guess you people must have understood the concept of mole concept. Okay. Now with this I come to the end of the lecture. Thank you children for giving me the feedback. I can read few feedbacks given by the students on the YouTube. Keep motivating me by giving a genuine feedback. Thank you so much. Okay, and all the best for your half yearly examinations. Bye bye children.